What's going on, Pamper Gang? This is the boy with the Pampers and the Toys out, recording from Paradise. And today is going to be another wrestling action figure day, not WWE, but it's going to be AEW. I told myself I'm trying to get into more AEW. The wrestling, I'm trying, folks. Until they make their show a little longer than an hour. But, again, I'm going to go ahead and say a disclaimer real quick. I'm kind of rebuttaling a little bit what I said on the last video. My channel is for the adult toy collector. Anybody, I'm going to say younger than at least, I'm going to say 13 years of age. Please don't watch. Don't have nothing, really too deep on my videos I upload, but I prefer for this to be the adult toy collector about toys, dolls, action figures. And, talk about just being an adult and collecting toys. So, just wanted to put that out there. But, back to the task. We're going to be talking about a couple of AEW figures. I'm going to split the video up a little bit because I don't want to make this video too long and drawn out. So, today we're going to be talking about Trent. Don't know too much about this guy right here. I don't know too much about him, but it's alright. We'll find out more about him. And he comes from the AEW Unravel series, and he is number 65. I didn't realize AEW had that many figures out. Honestly, I didn't. I'd say at least about 40, but it's coming up in the world, and I can't shade it. Okay. So, we'll be talking about him. Next, in a lot of my AEW figures I'm going to be talking about, probably already been talked about by other toy collectors, Solon, Seance, White Flag, Ship, Ago. Fine, this is me. Next, going to be Stu Grayson. Looks like a big guy right here. And he comes from definitely the AEW series. Well, series number 3. It looks like Trent comes from series number 8, so let me go back. And he's number 18 edition, so he came out quite a bit ago. And next, we're going to be talking about Cash Wheeler. He is number 55 in the series. He comes from series 7. And like the jacket on him. And so, going to be talking about this guy, definitely. Oh, well, there's way more than 65 in AEW. They got a lot of figures out. They coming up in the world. You go from McDowell's, and then next you go to Arby's, and then next you go to Olive Garden. And last but not least, we're going to be talking about Mr. Poserhouse Hobbs here. I don't know too much about this guy either. But definitely he comes from series number 9. And, let's talk about it. And, right. So, the first person is going to be Mr. Trent. And, I don't be trying to shame AEW. I watch the wrestling sometimes on I said AEW. I watch the wrestling sometimes on AEW. That don't make sense. I watch the wrestling sometimes on YouTube. I glance at it. It still hasn't done nothing to me to say. The wrestling, the character, the scripts haven't done anything to me to say, wow, I guess I'm getting older. Because I know growing up WCW, I used to go off the hinge in high school for WCW. I'm telling my age. So, looks like Mr. Trent here, he got a question mark at the end. He looks really good. Mr. Trent looks very good. Comes with a jacket, rubber jacket. You know how I feel about my rubber jackets, but it's not about the clothes that these figures wear. It's about how I feel, how the body is. If it's butterfly shoulders, double jointed. And you know me, I'm about to stand Mr. Trent up, so hopefully he stands up. If he doesn't, there will be points taken off. Okay. I know my famous little trash bag over here. I gotta throw my trash in the trash bag. So, you know what? I could have read on the back about Mr. Trent. I know he debuted August the 5th of 2020. AEW hasn't been out that long on thing. And, let's see. It don't say anything of his accomplishments or anything like that. Again, I'm not too fond of the wrestlers at AEW, but I just love the action figures. I love wrestling figures. Here's what he looks like. His face sculpt looks realistic, even though I'm looking at the picture of what he really looks like. He looks like himself. Looks like he can stand about 6'2" or something like that. 6'2" or better. And the jacket to me is not needed. I don't know. It's just something about these rubber jacket and pants on these toys that, I don't know, just doesn't sit with me well at all. Let's see. Well, I might come down here and leave this rubber jacket on. It ain't gonna hurt. But I'm gonna go ahead and take it off just for my wrestling toy collectors out here. I took his head. Oops. Did the man's arm come off? See, I feel like AEW figures, they're just not made with good quality. Like, look. His hands got caught in his jacket. Well, look at him. Dude with no hands. People knows how I feel about AEW figures. I'm not going to slaughter them too bad because it is a toy at the end of the day. But I just feel like it's not made with good quantity. Let me turn my lovely fan around. I know it's fall, but the boy with the pampers and the toys, Al, gets hot at times in this room because I guess he's LED lights. Mr. Stu does look good. Face sculpt is everything. AEW does make their figures with this chest, and looks like there is butterfly shoulders in him. Could they have done better? What couldn't have AEW done better with their figures? I really don't, there's not really much to say because I feel like AEW is a beginning stage wrestling company. They have years, like I said again, to reach WWE's level of success. Tony Khan, I know you're a multi-billionaire. Kudos to you, but with all that money you got, you need to invest in a little bit more quality in your product. Jazzwares, that's who creates AEW figures. I give this figure, because I'm not really too fond of the wrestler, and I get it, his hands came off. He's a toy. He looks good, and I give him a 10 out of 10. I'm not going to take any points off because AEW is who they are. Quality over quantity, so I can't say what they could have done better because there's a lot I want to say about AEW, but it's not going to change. And so I see improvements, years to come, that's when I'll say something about the figures. I'll break it down and critique it, but people know in my other videos how I feel about AEW figures. But he does stand up, that's a plus, so I can't wait to put him over with my other AEW action figures. Because I'm trying to get it a bigger, trying to get the same kind of amount of figures with AEW that I got with WWE. I know some people are like, well, why do you want to collect AEW figures? You always talk about them. It's not really about the wrestling company. It's more about the wrestlers having them in my possession because I am a toy collector at the end of the day. Okay. So Mr. Trent with the question mark at the end, you can sit over, sir. Next we're going to talk about Mr. Stu Grayson. He debuted in February the 3rd, 2021 of last year. He seems like he's a tall guy, a big guy. And he does come with another head sculpt. See, this is what I do like about a lot of wrestling toys, when you know that the character has that persona of switching the personality and everything. You can have another face sculpt because it looks like Mr. Stu could be a little cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs as his character is. Mr. Stu does come with 3 hands. And he comes with another head sculpt. I'm gonna see which one I like better. So here is the head sculpt, the second head sculpt. Here is the... Oh, you know what's crazy? Oh, wow. I would have never known that. Oh. They come with trading cards, these AEW figures. Wow. Okay. I'm a little excited about that. Not really big on trading cards, honestly, but hey, what's good for the goose is good for the gander. But we'll open up that in a minute. Here's what he looks like. Looks like he could be like a barbarian or Scottish or something like that. He's a pretty tall guy. And Stu Grayson. Yeah. Looks like he could be pretty tall. He does come with, like I said, a hand. And I like that hand. But again, I like my wrestlers to have the hands where you can hold weapons. Not because I don't think I ever will have my wrestlers on weapons or anything holding weapons and all of that. So it's not really a big deal for me at all. He looks double jointed. He looks pretty tall. He's one thing I do like about what Jazzwares did with AEW figures is they made the postures different for each figure. Everybody has their own mask. Because you remember them Jack specific days, WWE days where everybody was just the same size. I think the only one who had a different height to him, two of them, Hornswoggle. Everybody remembers Hornswoggle, the short little bitty guy, and Rey Mysterio. Because Rey Mysterio was that powerhouse name back then. So, Mr. Stu Grayson does come with two fists, and I'm not going to use them at all. I'm thinking about, because I do like the bandage on the hand, I may go ahead and change that. So I changed the hand. And he looks actually good. This guy looks pretty good. I'm trying to think what head sculpt do I like of his. The open mouth one I don't like too much, but this one's pretty decent. I already got on him. So you already know what I'm about to do with these other accessories. I'm gonna go ahead and put them in the drawer. I'm gonna have to clean up this drawer, but I'm gonna wait till I get my one figure for one of my series that I'll talk about in the future, so I can create a figure. If y'all know what I mean, I'm talking in tongues. Stu looks pretty good. Looks like he got that kilt. Legs move pretty well. He's very double jointed, butterfly shoulders. And the artwork was really good too on here. I've seen a couple of his wrestling matches on YouTube before. So the guy can really wrestle. He's really good at what he does. His craft is really pretty good. I definitely give him a 10 out of 10. This is, like I said, this is a beginning stage figure from back then. I'll put him over here with Mr. Trent. Next we have Mr. Cash Wheeler. I wish I knew about these wrestlers. I really do. He debuted in All Out on September the 5th of 2020. That was around the pandemic time. And I've seen a couple of his matches online. He's a pretty decent wrestler. I don't think he's one of the top level names, possibly, but he comes with a championship belt, so I don't know. Maybe I'm missing something. World Heavyweight Champion, so I guess everybody knows. Who watches AEW on a regular knows who this guy is. Comes with this jacket right here. The rubber jackets are really not my cup of tea, really. So I think I'll take this off. But I'm going to take the hands off first because I don't want them hands getting stuck like they did with Mr. Trent over here. They all come from the same manufacturer. Okay. This guy looks pretty good. Looks like himself. Well, he looks like himself, but here's my thing with this figure. I think his face looks more cartoonish than all the other figures I've ever seen. And, you can't expect toys to fit, action figures to look realistic as possible, but just something about his figure looks very cartoonish. Okay. Short, stocky guy. Shorter than all the other wrestlers, probably about 6 foot. Not Googling anything to find out information about these guys at all. Definitely, he's got this tattoo on the back. Tattoo looks real good. Because I do remember him having that tattoo. He does come with this heavyweight championship belt. AEW World Heavyweight Championship belt. So he must be somebody. He got the belt. And he's double jointed. Not too much again to say about AEW figures. He's got a tattoo right here as well too. That's very visible. Face looks a little bit cartoonish, and he could have possibly been an earlier figure. So I think that AEW has improved from what I saw on the new figures. They improved a lot on realism. Like the knee pads on him and everything, he's very color detailed. So the paint on this is pretty decent on the body, the trunks and the knee pads and all of that. I'm gonna give him a 9.5 out of 10 because I think the face looks a little bit too cartoonish. It's just not my cup of tea. But other than that, he is a decent figure. And by the way, these figures were $19.99. I had bought these figures though probably a while back, and I just now present them. So give this figure definitely, what was it, a 9 point? Just for the face scope, I'm gonna give it a 9.5 out of 10. That's my final score. So, and I did get these figures at Walmart. So, just to let the Pamper Gang let everybody know when I got these figures. You know what? I'll just strap this belt on. Okay. Okay. I took too much time on that. So I'm going to do the heavyweight championship belt like that. And it's... Actually, you know what? I'm trying to remember. I got him at Myers for $19.99. I didn't get him at Walmart. The other figures I did get at Walmart. I remember now. So moving forward, our last figure we're going to talk about is Mr. Poserhouse Hobbs. Mr. Poserhouse Hobbs looks very good. He debuted in September 24th, 2020. He is from Queens, New York. And looks like a big guy. Looks like definitely a big guy. And you know what? Let me backtrack a little bit because I didn't open up these trading cards. Not until the AEW trading cards, but at least I'm going to open up for my Pamper Gang. Looks like Isaiah Cassidy. Okay, so Isaiah Cassidy over he is. John Moxley, I'm for sure everybody heard of him. I heard so much good and bad about him. I saw his wrestling matches, they were pretty decent. And then we have Hikaru Shida. from Japan. I do have her action figure, but I may backtrack and talk about the AEW female figures on another video because I do have them already open and then still in the box. And but yeah, the trading cards. That's your trading cards for AEW. Well, let's get back to Mr. Powerhouse Hobbs. And with Powerhouse Hobbs, let's see. He comes with 2 head sculpts and 2 fists. Looks like a big guy. And he's got a second head sculpt, which is a plus for me. I feel like if I'm going to pay as much money for a figure, at least let him come with a second head sculpt. Okay. So here's what the big guy looks like. He is a big guy. And, I don't know if I'm too fond of this face sculpt. And what's so crazy about this figure, that's what he looks like up close and personal. I want to change his face sculpt. That mean face ain't really hitting it for me. And make sure he's all the way on there. Yeah, he looks pretty normal. He ain't gotta look all mean and rough. Yeah, or nothing like that. And I'm gonna change his hands. He doesn't. Now he's the first wrestler I ever came across with no open hands, which is pretty weird. But hey, maybe he's supposed to be the brawler type. I don't know. Your guess is as good as mine. I don't really know too well about too many AEW wrestlers. Okay. So, I do like this figure a lot. I do like him a lot. Stocky guy. The paint and is very well detailed. He's sculpted out. He looks like himself on the back of the box that I saw. I saw maybe one wrestling match of his on YouTube before, but that was it. So, he's double jointed. I do like the boots on him. And I do like his outfit as well. I think his outfit goes right well with his posture. And he looks like he can be a brawler. UFC fighter or something. I give him a 10 out of 10. What they could have done better, not too much to say about AEW figures at all. But you can definitely purchase him. I got him actually at Target. I got him at Target for like $23. So it was $19.99 on the shelf, but at the register it was like $23. So definitely these are good Christmas gifts to give your loved ones. Definitely. And I'm gonna put all the ones that I've talked about today up, because I'm definitely gonna add them to my collection of wrestling figures. So, talk about these 4 gentlemen. Wow, his feet is like all bended up and stuff. So, definitely this could be a good holiday purchase or a birthday gift for someone, adult toy collector, or a little boy, or heck, even girls like action figures. They don't have to be all girly. So, definitely like, subscribe, and share it to your family, friends, and your enemy. I didn't say that in the beginning, but I'm saying it now. And I thank all my new subscribers to my channel. Welcome to my world. Welcome to the Boy with the Pampers and the Toys channel. This is your boy Al from Paradise. Everyone have a great day.